Don't smoke, it's bad for you. Rot your teeth and your lungs go bye-bye. So don't smoke, it really hurts, and one day you might die from it.
Hello, welcome back to the Experienced Candidate. Today we're going to give you guys a little more information on broadcasting from my friend Bill Pickle, his uncle Ross Pickle. So, stay tuned, you'll be excited because this is going to be cool.
Remember, hit that like button.
Weather every night in front of a green screen. Raise your hand if you knew that we stood in front of a green screen. Not a big secret anymore, but when you see me on TV and there's maps behind me, what's actually behind me is the green screen. And it's about the color of your shirt. So if I go to work and I wear that same color of green, what's going to happen? Yeah, I would disappear. So I can't go to work and wear that color of green because all you would see would be a floating head and two hands.
That'd be cool.
It is pretty cool. We can have a lot of fun with it. But how it works, we've got a camera pointed right at the screen. And we have a computer, and we tell it anywhere it sees that color of green to put a weather map. So I can't wear that color of green, or else it would make for a very interesting presentation each and every night. Now, how do we know what we're pointing at? Because when you're standing in front of virtually nothing, we've got these screens on either side. There's one over here that's out of picture, but we look away from the camera to see what we're pointing at. But also when I look into the camera where it's almost like I'm looking at you at home, I see another TV screen to see what I'm pointing at. So that's how I don't get overly confused. When I get up there in front of the screen, I cannot think left and right because it's truly like looking in your bathroom mirror, and if you try to touch your left shoulder or your right shoulder, it's backwards. That's how it is in front of the camera. So I have to think north, south, east, and west, otherwise it will be very confusing. So that's where we present the weather each and every night. We've got a couple different studios that we can work out of. Let me talk to you a little bit about the TV industry, the broadcast business that we talk about. The number indicates how big the audience could be. So if I were working at a TV station in New York, I would be working in TV market number 1. The numbers do go up. Dallas, that's TV market number 5. Number 10 is Atlanta. Wichita, the TV market is 69, okay? How do we set those numbers? It's based on how many people I could be standing in front of every night. I don't know exactly what the number is, but it's, it's several thousand that could be watching your presentation every night. This is why it's very important that when you go on TV and you're only given, I only get 3 minutes to do the weather every night. You want to make sure that what you're saying is most important and that you keep the presentation moving. Otherwise, 3 minutes goes by fairly quickly. So how do TV broadcasts work? What does it take to get all of this stuff that you see on TV? When you sit down and watch 30 minutes, which most people don't really do anymore, it takes a lot of power behind the scenes. We have people that write what the news anchors read. Now, when I get up and do my weather presentation, I don't read anything. I stand up and I talk to the camera like I'm talking to you. Everything is up here in my head, and I just go with the flow. The news anchors that are talking about what the day's stories are, they're actually reading from a copy that somebody has typed out. They read it. It's in a teleprompter. They're reading words, and so they actually have somebody write what they are reading. It takes about 4 to 6 hours of preparation behind the scenes to get it all together. How many people are involved? Well, producers, that's one person. We have a camera staff of one person. News broadcasters, usually it's 2 people that you'll see on the evening news. Photographers, somebody goes out with the camera. If there was a giant fire at the school, we would send out a cameraman. He would get video of it. He comes back to the TV station. They chop it up because we only have about 15 seconds of time allowed for that video. He's got to chop it up, and then that's what goes on the evening news. And then, of course, meteorologists, and I forgot to put on this list, the sports person too. We only have a couple of sports people. We have 5 meteorologists on our staff. What does a typical TV newsroom look like? This isn't our newsroom, but this is what one looks like. Lots of computer screens, because where are we getting our information from? Well, really it comes from scanners, law enforcement officials. They send us information, and so we gather it from a lot of different places. That's why it takes so much time to get it all together. But this is what a TV newsroom kind of looks like. And then, again, where do we get all of our information that we put on television? News scanners. We get it from law enforcement officials, lots of different places. Sometimes people will email. I can't tell you the number of people that will call us sometimes and say, hey, there's 10 fire trucks down here at the end of my street. What's going on? So they call us. They want to know more information, and so they want us to look into it. Okay, so let's kind of shift.
So as you can see,
We hope you enjoyed watching.
yes, so as you can see, being a broadcaster is more than just walking up and talking. There's a lot that goes into it, and
There's more to the job than what you see.
yes, and Mr. Pickle has done a phenomenal job over the years of working his way up and up and up until now he's like a
Chief meteorologist.
yes, he's like a pro broadcaster, so it's pretty cool.
See you next time.
I'm Tommy Talladega, and this is Bill Pickle.
Woo!